Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to the Friar for the second game of the conference season between your Quinn City Corndogs and the visiting Concord Athletics. Should be a good one. Both teams trying to fight it out for their conference win, the first one of the season, with Michael Meisenheimer, the DH, for this athletic squad leading off through one game, batting .667. And on the mound for the Corndogs tonight is none other than number 31, J.J. DeVos. DeVos has seen some action so far this season, making his second start tonight. As the pitch one is hit straight to Sander at second base, who gets the easy out, which is definitely what the Corndogs need after last night's performance. Queen City losing 12-0 in 7 innings to the defending champs of the conference, the Mooresville Spinners. Drake Wallace, the first baseman, now up to bat. One pitch, one out for DeVos. As that one is right in there at 82 miles per hour for strike one. So a nice start here for J.J. DeVos and the Corndogs. As we mentioned earlier, yesterday was just really a disaster for Queen City. Allowed 2 home runs, hit 3 batters, and every other statistical category was dominated by the Spinners on offense, looking to bounce back tonight as that pitch is off the shin of catcher Josh Lilly, number 35, behind the plate tonight for the Corndogs. And let's meet the rest of the Corndogs at the rest of the field. We got DeVos on the mound, as noted. Lilly behind the plate. With DHs Will Samuelson and Harrison Bouthelette. Bouthelette taking a night off from the catching position. With the outfield looking similar to how it has all season. Pierce in left, Singleton at center, and Luke Harris at right field. And then along the infield, we have Harrison Wilson at third, Dave Mosry at short, Sander at second, and Will Budnick at first. Some changes made to the lineup tonight, as we'll cover, and that pitch is in there, so now a 3-0 count. DeVos, 3-1, excuse me. Looking to get the second out early here for the Corndogs. Gave up 4 runs in the top of the first yesterday, but we'll put number 8 on base for this athletic squad. Drake Wallace gets on base. And now 30, James Newsom up at plate for this athletic squad. A pitcher hitter, 6'6", 230, big guy from Virginia Military Institute. As that one is fouled back on pitch one. Oh, 1 count. DeVos looking at Wallace on first base. And that one is going to be a strike. A go right there from the VMI product. Newsom, a Greensboro native, heading into his junior year. Throws righty, bats lefty. And J.J. DeVos with the 0-2 count beams this one in, and it'll go at the ground for ball 1. DeVos, been one of the more solid pitchers for this Corndogs roster so far. The Gaston College sophomore is thrown 3 innings thus far with 2 strikeouts, no runs earned. Aims to continue that hot start to his season tonight, as that is going to be just outside. Oh, actually, nope, going to be called strike 3. So the 3rd strikeout on the year for DeVos.
Up to bat, second baseman Trace Humberger.
Bringing up number 12, Trace Humberger, for the Athletics. Humberger didn't play in the Athletics last game, a 10-6 loss to the Lake Norman Copperheads. Now the Athletics travel here to Charlotte Latin High School for their first game against QC of the 2023 SCBL season. These teams will obviously meet again during conference play. That pitch in the dirt, so 2 outs, runner on first, and DeVos has 1 ball, no strikes thus far. DeVos launches this one in, and it has popped up into the infield. Harrison Wilson will get under it and get the Corndogs their 3rd out. Scoreless inning for DeVos on the mound, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the first. 0-0, Corndogs getting ready to bat. All right, we're back here from the top of the second inning, and it appears that our mic may have been off here at the bottom of the first. We apologize for that, as we are back into action here with the Corndogs up 2-0, and Dominic Zinna at the plate for this athletic squad. Zinna went 0 of 3 in his last time out against the Copperheads, as that pitch from DeVos goes just inside, mark it at ball one. Zinna, number 2, a 5'10" righty from St. Andrews Presbyterian College. Comes all the way down from Staten Island, New York to the Queen City, or at least to the greater Charlotte area. Playing now in Queen City against the Corndogs tonight. Up 2-0 in the count. And fouls that one off way high from DeVos. Goes off the roof of the little facility to our side. Zinna got on base via walk one time against the Copperheads. Did strike out. Looking for his first hit of the season, as that pitch is low and much to the displeasure of the Corndogs side. Make it 3-1 now for DeVos. DeVos, who had a quick work on the top of the first inning, has that one hit right in between Garrett Sander and the first baseman Will Bundeck, and gives this athletic squad their first hit of the night.
Up to bat, catcher Aiden Stewart.
As Aiden Stewart now up to the plate for the Athletics. The catcher has yet to register a hit this season. Got 2 at-bats in his last game against the Copperheads. Struck out once. DeVos winds this one up, and it is high and inside for ball one. Zinna still at first base. No outs yet for the Corndogs. Zinna gets back to first base in time as DeVos recalibrates and tries to deal with this 1-0 count now. Stewart, the catcher, watches that one drop into the strike zone for a 1-1 count now. DeVos climbed his way back in it. And Zinna's going to go, but that is fouled off by Stewart. So Zinna's going to have to take the long walk back to first base. Let's register it at a 1-2 count now. Chance for DeVos to record his second strikeout of the contest. DeVos attends Gaston College, just a bit west of Queen City. As he loads this one up and gets it in, and a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for DeVos. 1 out here in the top of the second for the Corndogs. Now number 25, Brady Emerson, heads up to the plate.
Now to bat, center fielder Brady Emerson.
Emerson, the 5'9" Belmont Abbey College senior. As DeVos tries to pick off Zinna once again, unable to do so. Emerson, the lefty from Mount Holly, North Carolina. Watches that one go right down the middle, so at 0-1 count for DeVos. DeVos, that one fouled off by Emerson, so an 0-2 count again. DeVos last pitched on Saturday, had 1 inning of action, got 1 strikeout, and only needed 8 pitches to retire the side. Hoping to recreate some of that with quick work here in the top of the second. Got it in the top of the first, as that one is just high. Make it a 1-2 count now. As the sun's setting here at Charlotte Ladin High School. Emerson, the steal by Zinna, and it'll go past the outreach glove of Dave Masri and give Zinna the steal. He's been threatening that for a minute now, and Zinna stands up at second place. 2-2 count for Emerson at the plate. Back where the action's happening. DeVos, Harrison, North Carolina. Looks back at Zinna at second, loads this one up and in, and his second strikeout of the inning for DeVos, third on the game, and a nice start here for the Gaston College sophomore. That sends number 14, Hayden Furr, up to bat.
Right fielder, Hayden Furr.
Furr from Albemarle, North Carolina. Organizes himself in the batter's box. Hoping to capitalize on the runner in scoring position. Zinna still at second base after that steal at the last at-bat. And Furr watches that one drop into the strike zone, make it 0-1 for DeVos, who's on the cusp of retiring the side for this athletic squad. Both teams here tonight lost their SCBL conference openers. So the stakes are high for an early season game, trying to get that momentum. DeVos loads this one up and in, and that'll go through the legs of Josh Lilly. Zinna had to check himself, gets back. No throw from Lilly, but make it a 1-1 count here for Furr. DeVos winds it up, and that one is cranked towards the sideline. That'll go foul towards the Queen City Corndogs bullpen, and now a 1-2 count. Furr hoping to keep the inning alive for the Athletics. DeVos, that'll go just outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. Top of the second inning. Corndogs up 2-0 and 1 out away from getting to the bottom of the second. DeVos in the season opener had 2 scoreless innings versus the High Toms. As he loads this one up, and his third strikeout of the inning, 4th of the game. And the runner's actually going to be safe at first. Looked like Lilly wasn't aware.
Up to bat, third baseman.
So the inning persists. Zinna gets over to third base, and that brings up Sam McAvoy, number 4. And a fortunate break there for the Athletics. McAvoy goes to Edward Waters College as a freshman. 6'2", 180. Watches this one and chops it towards Masri at second base. Masri makes the play, and it'll be ruled safe. It looks like Buddick didn't get the ball in his glove cleanly, and so now we have bases loaded. Actually, excuse me, that brings in Zinna. So a 2-1 game here. After back-to-back controversial calls, Concord running the bases hard early in this one as Jeff Pluta, the skipper for the Corndogs, heads up to talk to his ace. And after a quick conversation, runners at first and second, Athletics cut the deficit to 1.
Up to bat, left fielder DeAndre
And that
Miller.
sends up left fielder DeAndre Miller, number 23 for the Athletics. Miller, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Hits that one right back to the pitcher, and the play will be made by Garrett Sanner at second base. Good resilience there by the Corndogs, but they do give up a run here, so we'll head to the bottom of the second with a 2-1 lead for your Queen City Dogs, and we'll be right back after this timeout. Back here for the bottom of the second inning with Caleb Singleton at the plate for your Queen City Corndogs, up 2-1 against the Concord Athletics. Singleton watches that one go ball. And that one will go high, so make it a 2-0 count. Singleton tends lander. As Allman still on the mound. Gets a big swing and a big miss out of Singleton. That one is going to be just high, so now 3-1 count for Singleton to work with. And his last outing, Singleton was 0 for 1 with the strikeout. As that one is hit right foul, so Singleton heads back to the batter's box. The lefty does. 6', 165 out of Greenwood, South Carolina. On the year, Singleton's batting .250. As that is going to be strike 3. Allman gets it in there just in the nick of time and make it the first strikeout of the inning for
Now up to bat,
the Athletics and the first strike of the inning.
Harrison Buthelette.
Harrison Buthelette now normally playing catcher, tonight at DH, given those knees a rest. Still getting some batting action though, number 37, as the lefty heads to the plate. That pitch is in for strike 1, so Allman now getting a little bit of momentum up there on the bump. Buthelette from just south of the border at Indian Land, South Carolina. Takes a big hack at that one and fouls it back into the left field forest here at Charlotte Ladin. So now quick 0-2 hole for Bouthelette. He's batting .222 on the season. Corndogs have been hitting pretty well throughout the season as Bouthelette watches that one go just outside for ball one. Corndogs are batting .268 through 4 games, but extra base hits are at a premium, only 4 through 4 games. Bouthelette had one on Saturday against Race City, obviously none yesterday, as that pitch bounces off the dirt, marks it at 2-2 now for Bouthelette. Patient in the box. Bouthelette did get on base against the Spinners, was one of the 5 batters that Mooresville walked yesterday night. And that's going to be a walk for Bouthelette, so after going down 0-2 in the count, he finds his way to first base on a resilient at-bat, which brings up number 25, and that's Harrison Wilson. That's strike one. Wilson, the two-way player. Might get some pitching action tonight. But for now, residing at third base on defense. And batting towards the bottom of the lineup tonight on offense. 0-1 count, 1 out, Bouthelette. Ready at first as that one goes right by the knee of Wilson. Make it a 1-1 count now. Wilson, who attends Winthrop. And that one, once again, close to Wilson. Make it 2-1 now. Wilson went 0-2 versus Mooresville. 1 strikeout in that loss. Really stole the show on Friday, though, with 5 strikeouts and 2 innings on the bump. As Wilson watches that one go low for ball 3. And another chance here for the Corndogs to get a runner on base. Wilson has yet to record a hit this season, though he has been playing phenomenally as a pitcher and on defense. As that's going to be ball 4, so put 2 on for the Corndogs as we head towards the bottom of the lineup with Josh Lilly up to bat, number 35.
Now up to bat, catcher out of USC Lancaster, Josh Lilly.
Lilly, one of the 3 catchers on this team, rotates with Harrison Bouthelette, who's at second base right now, and Michael Royston. Lilly from Lancaster, South Carolina, attends USC Lancaster and batting in the bottom of the order tonight. The righty watches that pitch go in for strike 1. Bouthelette, Wilson retreat to their respective bases. Lilly only batted 1 game on the season. In that game, went 1 of 3 with an RBI single, so a productive game at that as that one pegs Lilly against the back, and now the bases are loaded for the Corndogs with only 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Now to bat, second baseman, Garrett Sanner.
We're back to the top of the order here for the Corndogs. Garrett Sanner, who had a single his last time out. as Almond on the mound getting a quick word of encouragement from number 12, Trace Humberger, who's playing at second base tonight for the Athletics. Almond. Sander watches this one go up for ball one, so Sander now, who leads the Corndogs in hits, has 8 on the year, which is more than double anyone else on the roster. Also has batted in 3 runners at the same time. Interestingly enough, not a single one of those hits has been for more than a single, as that pitch is snared right there by the catcher. Nice catch made by Aiden Stewart behind the plate. May have saved a run right there for the Athletics, but still mark it 2-0 now for Sander, entering his sophomore year at Lenore-Rhine. And putting some impressive tape together here through 4 games of action with the Corndogs. Almond deals this one in, and Sander fouls it out of play, so we make it 1-1 now. There's a 10-inch height difference right here between Almond and Sander. Even more when you take into account the elevation on the mound, as Sander watches that one go in for strike 2. So now Almond has a chance to record the second out of the inning for the Athletics. Corndogs still up 2-1. Boothelight at third, Wilson at second, Lilly at first. As that pitch is inside for ball 3, so a full count now for Almond in a pivotal moment for the pitcher out of Tallahassee Community College. Almond, a native from Jacksonville, Florida, making his way up to the Tar Heel State for some summer ball. And with a prime opportunity here to help his Athletics out, as Sander chops that one towards the first baseman, and the play is going to be made at home, so a nice rotation made right there, as Boothlet unable to tag the plate in time. Base is still loaded, but no runs recorded, so that's all that really matters for Almond and his Athletics squad. Now Cannon Pierce, who had a double in his last at-bat, with 2 outs, steps up to the plate, trying to help his Corndogs extend their lead. And that one goes high for ball 1. And a big moment here for Almond and the Athletics. He may be named Almond, but right now he's in a pickle, as 3 runners on. And that one is right to the second baseman, and an error is made, so unable to scoop it up is the Athletics. And Sander will make his way to third, and that'll bring in 2 runs. So a 2 RBI single for Pierce, bringing in Lilly and Wilson to give the Corndogs a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. Fantastic at-bat as Pierce has climbed his way up to second in the order for reasons just like that. Luke Harris now up at bat for the Corndogs. Sander at third, Pierce at second. As that pitch is outside for ball 1. Pierce thus far has 2 doubles to set things off for the Corndogs, and brought in 2 RBIs with that last one to extend the lead to 3 for this Queen City squad. That pitch is good for a strike, so 1-1 count now with Almond on the mound still. And It looks like skipper John Edwards is heading out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. The whole infield coming in. So we'll be right back with you after this short timeout. New pitcher in for the Athletics. It's going to be, it's going to be number 10, Cole Paulson, as that one from Luke Harris is fouled up into the stands. So now a 1-2 count. Chance for Paulson to help the Athletics get to the next inning. Paulson, the lefty, has that one fouled off yet again by Harris. Harris struck his last time out in this one. The third consecutive foul to go over the back of play. So that one rolls its way down, and now Harris once again with the 1-2 count. Not going down easily is Harris. As Harris lines that one right into outfield and brings home 2 more runs for Queen City. Pierce and Sander make their way across the plate and extend the lead to 6-1 in favor of your Queen City Corndogs.
Now up to bat for the Dogs, extra hitter Will Samuelson.
Will Samuelson, who singled in his last time at plate. and recorded a stolen base for the Tusculum product. Charlotte native, went to Charlotte Catholic High School. The lefty nails that one right to the first baseman, and it goes past the glove, but it'll be called foul. So Harris will make his way back to first. Samuelson picks up the bat and has to get things going again. Samuelson watches this one and tips it to the shortstop, who makes the play. And that brings us to the top of the third inning, The Corndogs up 6-1 here in their second game of the SCBL conference season. We'll be right back with you after this timeout. Welcome back here to action between the Athletics and the Corndogs. Michael Meisenheimer at the plate for the Athletics. Down 6-1 here at the top of the third. Trying to inch their way back into this one with J.J. DeVos still on the mound for the Corndogs. Pitching a gem thus far as this one is hit into the outfield, and a great catch made by Luke Harris, able to get under that one and record the first out of the inning for your Queen City Corndogs.
Coming up to the plate, first baseman, Drake Wallace.
Drake Wallace up to bat from Indian Trail, North Carolina. The lefty takes one in from DeVos high, so make it 1-0 count now. 1 out, no one on base for the Athletics to work with. DeVos in the top of the second inning recorded 3 strikeouts. He has 4 on the night, as that pitch is fouled off over the left field wall. So a 1-1 count. Wallace, 5'8", 175. Attends St. Andrews Presbyterian College. Takes that one low, so make it 2-1 count. DeVos impressive thus far through 2 1/3 inning pitch. Deals this one in, and that'll be a ball, looks like. So make it 3-1 now. And a chance for the A's to record their first base runner of this third inning. And that one is chopped to Sander at second base, who flips it over to Will Budnick at first and records the out. So with the 3-1 count there, An infield ground out for the Athletics,
Coming out to bat,
which
next
brings
third
up
hitter, James Newsom.
James Newsom for his second at bat, the Greensboro, North Carolina native. With his Athletics down 6-1, one out away from the bottom of the third for DeVos. A swing by the lefty, pops that one up into the outfield, and it'll be grabbed by Luke Harris, the second catch he's made this inning, and make it 6-1 still as we head into the bottom of the third after a quick half-inning pitch there by J.J. DeVos. Bottom of the third inning here as Will Bundick fouls one out to start things off. Sky towards the Corndog dugout. Bundick hit into a fielder's choice his last time up at bat. Takes time right here and down 0-1, new pitcher in. Well, the same pitcher from the bottom of the second inning, but nevertheless, still a new pitcher, Cole Paulson, as Bundick lines that one right down the center and gets a single to lead off the bottom of the third inning for your Queen City Corndogs.
Up to bat, shortstop Dave Mosry.
That sends up number 26, Dave Mosry, for his second at-bat of the afternoon, or the late afternoon, as the sun is setting a bit over the trees in the outfield. So a beautiful evening here for baseball. It's Mosry, who grounded out in his first at-bat, has Bundick at first. And an 0-1 count here after Paulson throws a strike. The lefty, 5'10", 180 from way far away from Wisconsin, entering his sophomore year at another far location in Texas at Abilene Christian University. 1-1 count now for Paulson. Lake Nebegamin, Wisconsin is the exact location that Paulson calls home as he deals this one in for ball two, so 2-1 count. Bundick still at first base. Mosry, 26, entering his sophomore year at Williams, cranks this one to right center field, and will the play be made? Yes, it will. A nice catch in the outfield by the Athletics. which brings up Caleb Singleton for his second at bat after a strikeout his first time out.
Caleb Singleton.
Singleton, the 6-foot lefty from South Carolina. Started every game at center field for the Corndogs. Takes strike one looking. The lefty, attended Goose Creek High School in South Carolina. Swings at that one, and it goes right past Will Budnick on the base path and gives the Corndogs 2 base runners as Harrison Bouthillette comes up for his second at-bat of the contest.
Now up to bat for the Corndogs. Designated hitter, Harrison
Bouthillette about to enter his freshman year at San Jacinto Community College. Storied JUCO program in the Texas area. Can't really say the Texas area, as big of a state as that is, but Paulson deals this one in, and that is cranked by Bouthillette way into the outfield. Will it go over? And it will! 3-run home run for Harrison Bouthillette to bring the lead to 8 runs, a 9-1 game, and the second home run for the Corndogs on the year, the first of the season for Harrison Bouthillette. Brings in Singleton and Budnick and excites the fans here at the Friar. 9-1 lead off of the 3-run shot from Bouthillette. And it's been all Corndogs early in this one.
third baseman, Harrison Wilson.
Harrison Wilson now up at bat. 1 out. Base is obviously cleared after that bomb from Bouthillette. Paulson throws that one low and outside for ball 1, trying to rebound here from giving up that dead center shot. And Wilson may have gone on that one. Yeah, it looks like he did, so make it 1-1 count now on Wilson, who's still trying to record his first hit of the season. 6'3", 215 from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Takes that one in, so now 1-2 count. Wilson has to defend the plate. As Wilson pops that one up into right field, and it'll be grabbed for the second out of the inning. Corndogs still making good contact with the ball.
Coming up to bat, catcher Josh Lilly.
And now Josh Lilly, the bottom of the order for the Corndogs, heads up for his second at-bat. That's strike 1 for Lilly. And Lilly swings so hard that his bat flies over the dugout. Wow. Lilly staring at his hands in disbelief. Gloves didn't do much for him there, and fortunately nobody got hit by that flying bat. After a good laugh from the fans in the dugout, Lilly heads back to the bat. No runners on, 2 outs. Takes the pitch from Paulson and fouls that one off into the creek here over the right field wall. And that is not going to be strike three. Make it ball one now. The athletic side felt that that one might have been in the zone. Nevertheless, Lilly takes the pitch from Paulson and cranks it to center. And it will, nope, it won't. That'll be the third out of the inning. So Harrison Bouthelette makes the big play here for the Corndogs to get a 3-run dead center home run and extend Queen City's lead up into 9-1. All Corndogs here as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Welcome back to top of the fourth inning action here between your Queen City Corndogs and the visiting Concord A's. J.J. DeVos still on the mound for Queen City, has thrown a solid outing thus far as that ball bounces off the chest plate of Josh Lilly for ball one. QC out to a 9-1 lead, as y'all can see on the scoreboard below, and a big reason they've been able to do so is not only the hot batting, but a very nice performance out of DeVos. That's ball two, though, for DeVos as he faces number 12, Trace Humberger, at the plate. Humberger, the lefty from Concord, North Carolina, keeping it close to home, playing for the Concord A's. Swings at that one, and it goes foul. It'll be foul into the left field. Bounces its way towards the bullpen for the Corndogs. And Humberger will have to work his way all the way back. DeVos has thrown 4 strikeouts in the game so far and throws that one into the dirt, so make it a 3-1 count. And actually, it looks like they'll rule it. No, that'll still be a ball. He didn't go on that one. So DeVos with a 3-1 count. Plenty of cushion with a 9-1 lead, but trying to... Oh, that'll be over, so it'll be fair, and Will Budnick makes the easy play. So first out of the inning for Queen City,
Zinna.
as number 2, Dominic Zinna heads back up to bat. One of the many players on this team that attend St. Andrews Presbyterian College. The New York native watches that pitch go just outside of the zone for ball 1. So 1 out, nobody on for Zinna to work with. 5'10" righty. Sophomore watches that one go high. This last game out. 0 of 3. 0 of 3, 1 strikeout, excuse me. Made an error on the defensive side as well. Looking to bounce back here against DeVos, and he hits that one straight to Harrison Wilson, who beams it across, and the play made at first by Will Budnick. 2 down for the Corndogs here in the top of the 4th.
Now up to bat, catcher Aiden Stewart.
As number 24, Aiden Stewart heads up to bat. Trying to be the spark plug for this Concord team that has gotten nothing going thus far. And DeVos throws this one in, and it is hit, going to go foul over the right field wall. Still no one on. DeVos has allowed 1 run, but still 4 innings pitched almost of work and minimal damage done by this Concord side. As the righty throws that one high, make it 1-1 count now. Stewart gearing up in the box. Takes the pitch from DeVos, so make it 2-1 as that one went just a bit high. So Stewart will have to wait for one that he likes, as the 5'9" freshman from Kannapolis, North Carolina, takes ball 3. Stewart, yet again, plays at St. Andrews Presbyterian. Feels like almost the entire St. Andrews squad plays for this Concord A's summer team. 5'9", 200 pounds. The righty up 3-1 in the count against DeVos, who throws that one in and gets a swing and a miss out of Stewart. Full count. And a chance for DeVos to retire the side. Bring his Corndogs to the bottom of the 4th. Still up 9-1. DeVos has 4 strikeouts thus far. Can he make it 5? And no, but that one will dribble its way to Will Budnick, who picks it up, tags first, and gives the Corndogs their 3rd out of the inning. That'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th with the Corndogs heading up to plate. Top of the order, Sander, Pierce, and Harris will be batting when we come right back from this timeout.
Now up to bat for the Athletics, Brady Emerson.
All right, ladies and gents, back here for the top of the 5th inning. Corndogs still lead 9-1. Brady Emerson at the plate for the Athletics. DeVos on the mound for his 5th inning of action. Now ball 1, so it'll be 1-0 count here against Emerson, who in his last game against the Copperheads had 2 strikeouts and was unable to get on base. And that 1 is low for ball 2, the lefty Emerson from Belmont Abbey, a native of Mount Holly, North Carolina. Ahead in the count now against DeVos. That 1 sinks in for strike 1, excuse me. Emerson, that 1 bounces off the shin of Josh Lilly behind the plate. And now a 3-1 count for DeVos. DeVos throws ball 4, so Emerson takes first base, which sends up
Coming up to bat, Hayden for
number 14, Hayden Furr, who made that fantastic play in the outfield on defense. Now trying to translate that to some action on offense. Furr didn't register a hit against the Copperheads in the A's loss yesterday. And that 1 goes to Wilson, and who will launch it over to first. Budnick makes the play. No double play tried there by Wilson, but does register an out. Now Emerson
now up to
on
bat,
second,
Sam McAvoy.
which sends Sam McAvoy up to bat. McAvoy had an RBI single in the game against the Copperheads. McAvoy, the lanky righty from Lenore Rhine, as Lilly unable to make the play right there, bouncing off his knee, and the runner advances to third. That's Emerson. So Emerson on third. 1-0 count for DeVos. McAvoy at the plate. McAvoy, another one of these players for the Athletics that's come from a bit far away. He's all the way from Duluth, Minnesota. Coming down to the southeast, or the Atlantic South, for his college summer league play. McAvoy with a 2-0 count. 6'2", 180-pound Minnesotan. Takes the pitch from DeVos, and that 1 bounces off of Lilly's chest. And Emerson held up at third, so he will not go over there. As DeVos now at risk of walking his second batter of the inning. McAvoy will take the walk. So DeVos now in a bit of a jam
DeAndre Miller.
as DeAndre Miller, number 23 for the A's, comes up to bat. And it looks like Jeff Pluta, the skipper for the Corndogs, and the rest of the infield are going to meet up with DeVos, go over some things. Maybe the last we've seen of DeVos tonight, but we'll see after this quick break. Excuse us. Welcome back to the game. I had a little audio difficulty there, but back in the nick of time for an 0-1 count now for Miller as DeVos still in the game for the Corndogs. The stealer, will he get caught in time? And safe. But a runner does come home on the throw, so a nice strategic play right there to bring the lead a little bit closer as it's 9-2 now in favor of the Corndogs. Emerson got home on that one. Lilly gunned it over to second base, trying to catch Sam McAvoy, but unable to do so. Now, 1-1 count for DeAndre Miller, the 5'10", 150-pound righty to work with. DeVos looks back at second. Wary of McAvoy now. DeAndre Miller from Charlotte. As that pitch is high for ball 2. Going to be entering his senior year at, you guessed it, St. Andrew's Presbyterian. Miller didn't get any action in that game against the Copperheads. And chops this one to Sander at second, who flips it over and gets the second out of the inning for the Corndogs. Nice play made by Sander. He's made a couple of those tonight. Advances the runner to third, though, does Miller. And now with 2 outs, 1 on third, the Athletics send up number 17, Aaron Herbst. Herbst yet to get a bat at this game. 5'11", 190 pounds from Mooresville, North Carolina. In 4 at-bats, Herbst got 1 hit in the game against the Copperheads and takes a swing and a miss right there. The runner, McAvoy, thinking about trying to go home, but a nice play made by Lilly to hold him up at third. 1 of 4 in that game was Herbst against the Copperheads. Didn't drive any runs in, but did score a run himself. So now, 1-1 count for DeVos. Trying to get to the bottom of the 5th inning here. That one is just outside, so make it 2-1 now. As DeVos, who's had a solid outing, heading 1 out away from completing his 5th inning of action. That one scooped up by Lilly, who's had a lot of work behind the plate tonight. Good job by one of the Corndogs catchers. Herbst at plate, heading into his junior year at St. Bonaventure up in New York. Now the Bonnie looking to extend this inning for the A's, and he is able to do so. That one lined right past Wilson, so he'll get the single, drive home the run as Sam McAvoy jogs across the plate. And now a 9-3 game as the A's try to make this a little bit interesting here in the top of the 5th.
Drake Wallace now up to bat.
Drake Wallace back up at bat. The lefty's gone up twice already tonight, and with the runner at first and 2 outs, has a chance to keep this little run going. A 2-run inning for the A's, and that one is fouled off opposite side. 0-1 count now. DeVos on the cusp of ending this half inning. Herbst is at first base still, with a little bit of a lead. And he is thrown back, and now we have an actual pickle as that is going to be a tag out. Great play made right there. Caught Herbst at 2 places at once, and the Corndogs get to the bottom of the 5th, maintaining their big lead 9-3 in favor of Queen City. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th after this quick timeout. Here, action here from the bottom of the 5th inning. Corndogs up 9-3, and Will Budnick batting for Queen City. Now 1-1 count against Budnick, the product from Queen's University, Charlotte native. And Budnick singled his last time up, had a fielder's choice ground out, and that one is popped way up and way back. So now 1-2 against Budnick. Budnick on the season has 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and is batting .273. Not too shabby at all for the junior, as he takes a swing and misses on that one. So make it the first outing of the inning, and a strikeout there from Cole Paulson on the mound, as Dave Mosry, the shortstop, heads back up for his 3rd at-bat of the contest. Mosry has flown out and grounded out, looking to get his first hit tonight. And will he able? Yeah, he's able to there, as Mosry gets that one right past the outreached hand of the 3rd baseman and advances to first base. So a welcome sight for Dave Mosry and the Corndogs, as he heads to first and brings up Caleb Singleton for his 3rd at-bat. Singleton has struck out and gone to first on a single. The speed demon from Lander University lays the bunt down right there, and he may be able to get there, and he does. Caleb Singleton absolutely flying to first base and gives the Corndogs 2 runners there, as Mosry advances to second. And that's what Singleton is in the game for, ladies and gentlemen. His college coach at Lander said that he has game-changing speed, and that definitely changed this inning for sure. As Harrison Buthelette is back up to bat, his last time up, how could we forget? Cranked a 3-run homer right to the center field. And if you're the A's, this is the last man you want at the plate right now. The big bat from San Jacinto Community College watches this one, and once again lines it out into the outfield. It looks like Mosry is going to round 3rd and won't come home. So a single in his first pitch scene of the at-bat. Continuing the dominant night for Harrison Buthelette, as Harrison Wilson heads up to bat for his 3rd at-bat with bases loaded and 1 out. Wilson got walked early, then flew out after that. Looking to stop his cold streak. Hasn't recorded a hit thus far in the 2023 summer season. But with Paulson on the mound and bases loaded, only 1 out, a good chance to do that right now. And he makes contact. Everyone advances, and an error made. So Wilson goes to first, brings home 2 runners as Singleton and Mosry cross the home plate. and make it an 11-3 lead for your Queen City Corndogs. What a way to start off his hit of the first hit of the season for Wilson. Registers the single and brings up Josh Lilly, the last batter in the order for the Corndogs. As Bouthillette is on second, Wilson at first. Lilly got hit by a pitch his first time out, then popped out second. This one pops out of play, so it'll be a foul ball. Looks like that might have gone to the creek, perhaps. Oh, 1 count now for Lilly to work with. USC Lancaster product. 0-2 after that big swing and a miss. Lilly went to Buford High School and hit 314 games with USC Lancaster. A capable batter as he chops that one down at his feet. Keeps himself alive in the count right there. Garrett Sander, the top of the order. Back on base. On deck. It could get back to the plate if he's able to. Lilly, that is. Get on base right here. Well, actually, there's only one out in the inning as Lilly launches that one back. So Lilly's fouled off 3 in this at-bat, seeing the ball well. Last time Lilly batted for the Corndogs was on night 1 of that 2-game series over the weekend against the Bootleggers and went 1 of 3 with a single as that one goes up and tips off the glove of the catcher, advancing both runners. Wilson makes his way to second. Bouthillette gets to third, and now 2 in scoring position for the Corndogs. And a prime opportunity here for Josh Lilly. Down 1-2 in the count. 2 on and the top of the order on deck. Lilly crushes that one into left center, and that'll bring home 2 runs. The outfielder unable to glove it there, so an extra base for Lilly, who gets the double for his first extra base hit of the season, bringing home 2 more, so make it 13-3 Corndogs. Bouthillette and Wilson cross the home plate, which sends Garrett Sander up to bat. Number 2, top of the order for Queen City. And Sander, who's batting .571 on the season, going into this game, has grounded out and got it on base twice tonight via fielder's choice and a single. Looking to keep this tone for the Corndogs, who have extended his lead back to double digits as Sander pops that one up into right. Wilson getting ready to run. And that'll be a drop. It looked like, well, it won't be a drop, actually. Excuse me. The right fielder, Furr, able to glove it, giving the Athletics their second out of the inning. But Wilson makes his way to third and sends up Cannon Pierce, who has 2 doubles on the night. Pierce, one of the most consistent batters of the Corndogs, as seen by his climb from the bottom of the order up into the 2-hole. Sees that one for strike 1. Pierce has, going into this game, been walked more than any player on the Corndogs thus far. And he hits this one for a single right into the outfield and drives home. Josh Lilly extend the lead to 11 now as Pierce records his 3rd hit of the night for the Corndogs. And Luke Harris heads up to the plate. That pitch from Paulson is into the dirt. Cole Paulson has come in relief of Anderson Almond. The result's not that much better for the A's, however, as the Corndogs have been on one tonight. Harris, who has a strikeout and has been walked and singled as well, with a solid performance, as that one dribbles off the catcher and allows Cannon Pierce to slide into second safely. 2 outs, 2-0 counts. And as we were saying, Harris in place of Tyler Cotto, getting a little rest tonight. The DH for the Corndogs is. And this Pierce pitch from that pitch from Paulson is in for strike one. So inching his way back into this at bat. And that one is going to be strike two. Nice pitch there from Paulson. Now 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Still, 14-3 lead from the Corndogs on a night that they have not skipped a beat, as that one is lined foul, so that'll at least bring up one more pitch in the at-bat for Luke Harris, as Cannon Pierce trots his way back to second base. Paulson looks back at Pierce at second, as that is a swing and a miss, as Harris goes out swinging for his second strikeout of the night. And brings us to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back to action here from the top of the 6th inning. Corndogs up to a 14-3 lead. Sam Johnson on the mound. Missed a few pitches, so pardon us, but it's a 2-1 count. Now make it 2-2 for Johnson in his first action on the mound tonight for the Dogs. Johnson The 6'4", 210-pound righty. Throws that one, and it's fouled off, so make it 2-2 still. Johnson had a nice debut in his season debut over the weekend with the strikeout there. His third of the season. His fifth of the season. Sam Johnson,
Coming up to bat, Chris Lee.
through 2 innings pitched on the season thus far, has 4 strikeouts. Has yet to allow a run is Johnson, who attended Mallard Creek High School down the road and looks to be one of the more promising young pitchers for the Corndogs. No one on. 0-1 count now as Johnson deals this one in for, that's going to be ball 1. So good eye right there. As that one is in for a strike, a swing and a miss right there by number 11, Chris Lee. And that is going to be hit right towards the first. Will the play be made? That is going to be an out. The ball, almost a de facto bunt, just kind of hit straight down and settled in right by the catcher's feet. But the play made right there and getting it to Will Budnick in the nick of time, in the Bud nick of time, which sends up number 12, Trace Humberger, the Catawba College freshman. Watches that one go high. So with 2 outs, 1-0 count for Sam Johnson against Humberger. And Johnson, that one hit to Masri at the short. Tosses it over to Budnick at first and ends the inning. A quick 3-up, 3-down outing for Sam Johnson. And it looks as if that might be the ball game, perhaps. Will it? We'll stay with you for the time being. I heard some people down on the field saying that it might have been, but it looks like it's not. So, for those of you that I just might have scared, fear not, because we have more action here and a pitching change for the Athletics coming after this short timeout. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. For those of you who have not tuned in or have not been with us or been dealing with some of the internet issues that we've been going through, we apologize first and foremost and look to provide action here in the bottom of the 6th as Samuelson crushes that one back, and it is caught along the warning track. Samuelson just needed a little bit more distance on that one. So for those of you wondering, how have the Corndogs gotten out to this lead? Well, a big reason why has been the pitching. 5 innings pitched with only 3 runs allowed by J.J. DeVos. A stellar outing from the Gaston College product. But solid hitting, really. You don't get 14 runs without the bats going. Cannon Pierce has 3 hits on the night, 2 doubles and a single. And the big play, the 3-run home run by Harrison Bouthillette earlier in the contest, as Tyler Cotto, number 39 for the Corndogs, up to bat, 38, in his first at-bat of the night. Up 1-0 in the count. Cotto didn't start this game for the first time all season, as that's going to be strike 1 for the new pitcher in the game, Taj Bates. 5'9", 200 pounds, from Columbia, South Carolina. Listed as a catcher, but plays on the mound as well. Deals this one in for Cotto, and it's low for Cotto. So make it 2-1 against the Queen's University rising senior, the catcher / designated hitter for the Corndogs. Entered this game leading Queen City in RBIs, and that is going to be a strike. So 1 out for the Queen City Corndogs to work with on the plate. And Cotto launches that one way into the outfield, but it is going to be too high and not far enough, as that brings us 2 outs on 2 flyouts and sends up number 26, Dave Masri, for his 4th at-bat. He got a single his last time up. Looking to keep that going is the Williams College product. And Taj Pierce aiming to get the Athletics out of this one, or at least this inning, I should say, without any more runs allowed, already given up 14 on the night in a game that the Corndogs have really had their handprints all over. Is that one is going to go foul, it appears. So 0-2 count now for Masri. And for Pierce, 1 strike away from getting this thing to the top of the 7th. Bates, a junior from Benedict College. It's 5'9" righty, who got 3 at-bats, struck out twice as a batter, and throws his first ball right there. So Bates, in his 2nd game of the conference season, taking it to the bump and deals this one low. Bounces back towards the stop and evens the count at 2. Masri, who's 1 of 3 tonight, has to defend the plate here and is unable to do so. That one is going to be in play, fouled straight up, and the catcher unable to get under it in time. So that extends this at-bat. A lucky break for Masri. Looks like number 24, Aiden Stewart, behind the plate for the Athletics. Couldn't track that down one properly. So still 2-2 count, 2 outs, no one on. Masri with the chance to help the Corndogs extend this lead. Lines it right down the center, and boy, does that miscatch now kind of come back to bite you or haunt you at least, right? Masri gets on base, so his 2nd single consecutively, as Caleb Singleton, number 4, heads up to bat. After striking out in his first at-bat, Singleton has had back-to-back singles himself. The lefty laid down a flawless bunt last time. Difficult to do as a lefty, too. Have to turn and run rather than get that momentum, but did it to a T. Is that strike one inside on Singleton? And Taj Bates with his first base runner allowed of the night on that single from Masri. Looks at Masri and tries to pick him off at first, unable to do so. Still 1 out away for Bates and this A's squad. Bates beams this one in, and it is high for ball one. Even 1-1 count now for Caleb Singleton, who, for those of you who haven't followed, went 0-5 in his first game with 3 strikeouts against the High Point Thomasville High Toms, and boy has he bounced back from that. Still only batting .250 on the season, large part due to that first game, but has certainly ramped up his performance at the plate. That's a strike right there. So 2-1-2 count now, and once again, 1 strike away for Bates and the A's. And that is going to do it. So the strike out via swing and a miss. Singleton with his second K of the game sends us to the bottom of the 7th inning here with the Corndogs up 14-3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here for the start of the 7th inning. Corndogs still on top 14-3. New pitcher in the game for Queen City, number 7, Grayson Munyon, has taken the mound and throws a ball on his first pitch. Munyon getting his first action since the season opener, entering his senior year at Birmingham Southern, and getting his second inning of work with a strike one right there, 83 miles per hour, right down the center for Dominic Zinna, number 2, who's up at the plate. 1-1 as Munyon loads it up and launches it in for strike 2. That one at 84 miles per hour. So Munyon coming out of the bullpen with some juice. So far in 1 inning pitched against the High Toms, Munyon had 1 strikeout, didn't allow any runs. As that is going to be strike 3 on a swing and a miss. That one climbed up to 85, so each pitch got faster than the last. And Grayson Munyon gets the first out of the inning for your Queen City Corndogs. Sends up number 24, Aiden Stewart, the catcher for tonight for your A's, for the A's. Stewart swings at the first one, and it fouls off. As Grayson Munyon has gotten off to a nice start here at the top of the 7th inning. Munyon from Collierville, Tennessee, attended Collierville High School and was undefeated in his high school career. Now attends Birmingham Southern as he gets quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Some nice work early here for Munyon and as the third pitcher to take the mound tonight for the Corndogs. Munyon, 6'2", 190, launches that one just outside for ball one. One out, no runners on, and the Corndogs up 11. A nice bounce-back game from Queen City after a 12-0 shutout Mercy Rule loss to the defending conference champion Mooresville Spinners last night. So a different tone tonight for sure, as that is the second strikeout in a row for Munyon. And baseball's pretty easy when you throw it that fast, as Munyon has recorded 2 Ks through 2 at-bats and has a chance to send the Corndogs off running to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Munyon has more strikeouts this inning than he did in his 1-inning pitch. 2 is greater than 1. I could be good at math, as that one is just outside. Interestingly enough, Munyon's pitching coach at Birmingham Southern, Zach Ingram, said that his best pitch might be the changeup. So yet to see that in full effect, but with the low 80, mid 80s right there, like that 84-mile-per-hour strike right down the middle, swing and a miss. With that type of velocity, the off-speed certainly becomes more dangerous too. Brady Emerson, the lefty up at plate. Swings and misses again from Munyon, and Munyon has been absolutely perfect so far this inning. 2 strikeouts and 1 strike away from making it the retired side, 3 up, 3 down with 3 Ks. And that was just above the zone, so make it 2-2 count now for Munyon. The righty senior has been fantastic thus far in his 2nd inning of the season. Corndogs dugout getting into this one, and that is going to be ball 3, so bring it to a full count. Emerson looking to end this run of strikeouts for Munyon. Takes a second to regain himself outside of the box. Steps back in for a crucial pitch right here. Munyon loads up, and that one is fouled back. Still full count. As there's an order from the Corndogs dugout to get loud. Could be the A's last at-bat of the evening, if they're unable to find anything here. And that is a swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout and 3 batters for Grayson Munyon, who absolutely dominated that inning. And that is the final batter as the Queen City Corndogs pick up their 4th win of the season, 14-3 in 7 innings. Grayson Munyon closes things out for Queen City and gives the Corndogs their first ever SCBL conference win. A big one at that. 11-run differential. The Harrison Booth-Lett 3-run homer. The highlight on offense for Queen City as they look to extend their win streak to 2 tomorrow when they take on the Regulators Baseball Club right here for yet another home game on this big homestand at the Friar tomorrow night. That'll be at 7, and we'll be on the call once again. Thank you for tuning in. In light of all the technical difficulties, we hope that the game was provided in a somewhat reasonable manner, and we'll get back on that tomorrow. But a 14-3 win for Queen City. as they pick up their first conference victory in program history. For the entire Queen City Corndogs entertainment staff, I'm Jonah Weintraub, and we will see you tomorrow when the Corndogs take on the Regulators at 7 p.m. here from the Friar.